Hi everyone, Gemmy here. Thank you for watching today. In this video we're going to be making a 3D display card and stand. As you can see, this is using Made to Surprise dies, and this is part of a 3-part mini series. So the first part will be the card itself, the second part will be a display box, and the third part will be bringing everything together and adding a few more decorations and gifts inside the box. So let's get into the video and I'll show you how I made this card. So I'm going to break this down into 3 sections. First being the stand, the second being the display piece, and then the embellishments that I've used. So for the stand, I've cut this die here, the one with the teeth, in white 300 GSM cardstock. I've then cut this piece here also in white cardstock. Then you've got these half oval shapes here. I've cut 2 in white cardstock for the base. I've then cut the largest die again in the glitter cardstock. I wanted to add some strength to the front. The next die down in white and the smallest die in this pattern paper. And I'll just bring that in to show you what I've used. So the glitter card is from Cricut. It was like a pastel multi-pack colour. And then I've got the pattern paper from here, which is Creative Craft Products, and this is the pastel gingham tiny polka dots, and I've used that one there. So I'm going to start by assembling the stand. I'll talk you through that, and then we'll come back and we'll do the main display, and I'll talk you through the cutting guide for that then next. So I've got my largest piece here, and on the die there are 2 arrows. Hopefully you can see that just there, and it indicates where you need to trim down for the stand piece. So just along the top here, I'm going to take my scissors and just trim that off. I've reinforced the score lines on all my pieces, and I've added red tape along here. So you want to fold and burnish along the score lines like so, and then you want to add a curve into your panel just to help it form its circular shape. So I've got one of my white pieces here to form the stand, and I'm going to remove the backing tape from the red liner from one side and fold this over. And I'm going to line this edge up here alongside this scored edge here to give it a flat surface. Just going to put that first piece in place, and then I'm going to hold the panel in between my finger and thumb on both sides and just start following that curved edge around. Like so. You then want to add some pressure along the teeth section just to make sure you've got a good attachment with the red tape. I've just removed the liner for the red tape, and I'm just going to do exactly the same on this side. This side will be easier than the first because you've already got that shape in place. You're just following the edge. So once this shape is formed, you want to add some quick grab glue along this tab here. Take this piece and attach them together. Then I'm going to add quick grab glue along all these tabs here, tuck them inside, and then that forms your stand. So you can leave this open if you wish. If you're clever, you could add some sweets or different things to the bottom, and it'll all be concealed in there. You probably have to add a Velcro attachment to hold that in place because they may fall out. You could have a little hidden message in there. You could add a poem and roll it up and add a little bit of ribbon and attach that inside. But I'm going to seal mine off completely. So as I said, I'm going to add glue along these 3 tabs and attach that all together. Next, I'm going to add my glitter cardstock to this panel here. So I'm going to use Collal glue to help strengthen the front there. So there's my glitter now attached. I'm going to set that to one side, let it dry. I've got these 2 pieces as well that will be added after I've added my display piece. You can pop these up onto some foam if you wish. I'm going to hold back on the dimension purely because of the display box that I'll be making for this. It doesn't have much wiggle room, so I'm just being mindful of that. But if you're not using the shadow box, it is really nice to have that popped up onto some foam. For the main display piece, I've cut this die here with the teeth twice in white cardstock. Then using the circle nested dies, I've cut the largest circle in white cardstock. This will form the front and the back piece of the display circle. Then to go on top of that, I've used this stitch circle die and cut that glitter cardstock out of that. Then from the additions die set, I've cut this white piece that will sit on top of the glitter there, the smallest circle in the pattern paper. Then to add a personal touch, I've used my Cricut to cut this circle, and it says Baby Simmons on there, and that will go in the center there. Then lastly, for the main piece that will sit on the front, I've used the largest and the smallest die to cut this frame, and I've also cut an additional piece in white cardstock in the largest, and then used the stitch frame die to cut the aperture. Now I'll use this to attach the front piece together and then attach this over the top to help strengthen that, but we'll go through that as we assemble it. So I've got my 2 panels here. I've added the red liner tape along the teeth, folded and burnished on the score lines, and added a slight curve into it, the same as I did with the stand. I'm just going to take one of my white pieces and remove the liner tape from one side. Like so. And I'm just going to assemble it in the same way as I did with the stand. So you can just start off any way you like on the circle. Just get that first piece into place and then just follow the circle around. So I've attached the first panel. I'm then going to attach these together using this tab here. Follow the circle around again. So I'm just going to leave this in. I should have trimmed the other piece down, but I haven't made one of these for a while, so it slipped my mind. So I'm just going to rectify that by trimming this down here, and I'm going to cut away the teeth so I've got a tab. I'm just going to taper that. And use my ruler to pinch the score line. I'm just adding quick grab glue to the tab, attach those 2 pieces together, and the recipient will never know. So you can't, or I often make mistakes when crafting, but it's learning to rectify them and not get frustrated in the process. So with both my panels now attached, I'm just going to add my white piece in the center, and that will help strengthen this piece. So I've gone ahead and I've attached the glitter, white and the pattern paper. So I've attached the glitter and the pattern paper with Clal glue and the white piece with some foam adhesive squares. I've removed the backing liner off the red tape there. I'm just going to push the sides down. And this is when I'm going to bring in this white frame. So you can start off any way you like. This bit, I always find this bit fiddly, if I'm honest with you. But I'm going to try and attempt to put it together the same way as I did with the back piece. And hopefully that will secure itself in a nice position. So just be patient with yourself. Work your way around slowly. And hopefully it should all come together. So my white frame is now attached, and I'm going to add the glitter piece on the top there. I'm going to use some Clal glue to help strengthen that. You could also add some acetate if you wish, but I'm going to leave this open. So I want to make sure the edges marry up. So there's the glitter frame attached, and I'm going to use some hot glue now and attach the bottom there. So when you're lining this up, you've got two lines here on the edge. So you can have it either way, but I like to place them so they're on the side there, and then attach the base like so. So when you look at it front on, you can't see a line here, and also from the top you won't be able to see the line. So a good generous amount of hot glue. Make sure those lines are on the edge. Just pop that there. And then I like to stand it up. Sorry if I'm slightly off camera there. Stand it up. Push down in the center there. So I'm going to set this to one side to let that glue fully set, and I'm going to work on the decorative elements for the card. So I've used the Made to Surprise pop-up book baby editions, so these dies here, and also the 3D display card and stand, and this is the baby editions. So I've used all these elements here apart from the feet, but I may add that just along here. We'll see how it goes. So I've prepared all my pieces. I've used this tidy tray. This is from Creative Craft Products. It comes in really handy as it's got these dividers, but also you can take them out, and you've got this funnel here that you could use for your embossing powders. So I find these really handy, and I purchased quite a few of them because I've always got die cuts hanging around my desk, so this just helps keep me organized. So I've spelt out the word baby, but I may use this on the second project in this mini series. I've got 1, 2, 3 in the building blocks, a baby grow, a safety pin, bottle and teddy bear. So I've just been playing about with placement, and I think I'm sort of quite happy with where that's at now. I'm just going to pop you on high speed while I attach everything. So there's the finished card. I've added some love heart gems from my stash just to create a little bit more interest, bit of sparkle, and I think it finishes the card off really nicely. I'm so pleased with how this has turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll just hold it up a little closer so you can see more of the detail. So all the products used in today's video will be listed in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, you might want to hit the like button, leave a comment, or consider subscribing to the channel. As I said at the start of the video, this is a mini series. So this is the first of 3 videos. The second will be using the Simply Made Crafts shadow box die, and I'm going to use that as the display piece. And then I'm going to tie it all together in the 3rd video with the final decorations and adding a few more gifts inside the box. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!